Are you upset that your multi-factor authentication isn't prompting you anymore? Here's why. Multi-factor authentication, or MFA, is one of the ways that we make sure you are who you are. And the way we do that is by giving you a one-time code that kind of refreshes every once in a while that you can enter in to confirm that you are who you are, generally on a different device than the one that you use to log in. And the idea of this is that a hacker might be able to compromise some things, but not all of them. So why, you may be wondering, did you not get prompted this time? All of a sudden, you had done the due diligence to set up multi-factor authentication, and it's just not asking you for it anymore. Well, there's a simple reason for this, and that's that we don't always need to ask you for this based on certain things. And that is that, are you in the same place? Are you actually logging in from a different browser? And is this at a weird time? This is things we're taking into account now with multi-factor authentication. And that is to say that if you're the same person, same browser, because we've logged cookies on your browser, and same time everything is normal, we're just going to consider that a pretty much null risk, that you're most likely the person that you said you are. And the reason for this is because we introduce a lot of things into these cookies especially, but there's a lot of randomization there. And with that put in, it would be very, very difficult for a hacker to replicate that, especially against a system that they don't really understand. So for a hacker, they're going in kind of blind, and they have to trick the system into behaving in the way they want it to when they don't really know that system. Now, there are some staples they can use to do that, like what version of the system is this? And, when are we doing this, basically? But it doesn't always work out beyond that. In fact, it generally never does. So for a hacker to try to kind of reverse engineer all that stuff would be almost impossible. So what's going on with MFA is that we've said, hey, if all these things check out, if you are in the same place and you're generally at the same time, and you are on the same browser that has the same cookies that we injected randomized stuff into, we're just going to go ahead and let you go. We're not going to make you do the multi-factor authentication. Yes, this is completely for convenience because honestly, you would be technically a little bit more secure if we did ask you for that, but we're not going to do it this time. And the reasoning is because we don't think that multi-factor authentication will be widely used or generally used if it's incredibly inconvenient the way it is. So the better idea is to just do it a few times, and then if something looks off, let's do it. Now, you may have seen something similar with your bank account, and that's that if somebody bought something in California when you recently made a purchase, say in Georgia, it's going to flag that, right? And that's a simple calculation to make. A program can look and say the distance that you are from your last purchase is physically impossible for you to reach. And the nice thing is that it's all static, right? There's no way that's changing. That is going to be what it is every single time. Now, it's a lot harder to do this stuff with data because that means we have to track all this stuff between each user. But with more advanced multi-factor authentication, we are doing a better job of that. And that means you don't always have to put in your code every single time. So, guys, hope you like this video. Subscribe, have a good night.